Welcome back, and we'll get straight to your reading. For the individual that I'm reading for today, I can tell that you've been getting hit with a wave of, emotions, thoughts. I don't want to say really much on anxiety, more so like there's like this inner rage or like inner like fire within you that just wants to burst. And with the High Priestess, Spirit's wanting you to know like there's a reason, and you already know the reason. That doesn't require any words or me to even tell you as to why you're picking up on this energy. Right now you're very psychic and very intuitive. You're picking up on a lot of energies. And this can be from more than one person. I'm just gonna keep it real here. I'm seeing the initials E and W being very significant here, so you might have those initials, or these specific people might have those initials. I'm seeing 5, so 5 means changes. There's freedom coming through for you. You might be born on the 5th of the month. May can be very significant for you. And I'm getting like something within 5 months is going to be very different. Something for you within 5 months is going to be a completely different timeline. Yes, and it's because Spirit's like letting you know like you're blossoming. Right now you may not be able to see it because you're being hit with like these waves of emotions, these thoughts, this turbulence, the storms, this energy. I'm also picking up on psychic attacks. And you know what? F it. I'm just saying F it, to be fucking honest with you. Because at the end of the day, you know you're growing, you're evolving, even if it's at your own pace, even if it's a slow and steady process, and if it's not very significant like every day, just know that you are evolving and growing as an individual. Oh. Okay. Not this one coming up all bent up and stuff. Arising to your soul purpose. As you're blossoming and allowing yourself to like blossom as it like in this process, you're gonna start to recognize like what is your soul purpose, or you already are doing your soul purpose, but you're gonna start like seeing like the bigger whys as to why you're doing it. Heavy on root chakra. And also the Spirit's like saying like as you're rising to your soul purpose, like you're literally a lucky duck. Good things are coming your way. So let's see what Divine has to say. Also, I do want to say that I do provide cleanses. If you're ever feeling like psychically attacked, or you feel like you need to cut a cord, email me because I will do it for you. I don't yet provide those like in Etsy, but if you really genuinely need it, I will do it for you. So just letting you know for future references, if you ever feel like you're feeling heavy, or like, you've been experiencing more than one day that's been rainy, let me know. This whole purpose of yours is really going to allow you to like blossom and be bright. I'm seeing Leo placements being very significant here, and help you with your self-expression. I'm also seeing artistry. And it's because like you're stepping into a new cycle where you're allowing yourself to shine, you're allowing yourself to like, stand out. And it's because like for quite some time, like you were someone that was always in the background. Other people were getting credit for your work, for your dedication, for your ideas. And now it's time for you to stand out, for you to get that recognition, for you to like be noticed as an individual. Spirit's like seriously telling you like you gotta ground yourself. You gotta recenter yourself back into you. Because right now, like, I feel like because you're picking up on all this energy, it's making you feel like you're all over the place. Metaphorically. Take it however it resonates. But they want to remind you that you're very lucky, you're very abundant. Just because, your thoughts or your emotions are telling you otherwise about yourself, your current circumstances, it doesn't mean that you're not lucky. It could just be like, just these energies that you're picking up on, people that you're around with, but you're not unlucky. You're very blessed. And the universe has shown you multiple times, many times, how blessed you really are. And how there's actual people and, communities willing to help you out. There's so many people out in the world that are willing to help you out. So just because you're surrounded by a crowd of people or a friend group or a current circumstance, it doesn't mean that you're not lucky. I'm seeing because you're facing a lot of stuff. Spirit's saying rise from what once defined you. So we got judgment. Because Spirit wants you to grow and expand. I'm seeing Sagittarius placements, 9th house those placements being very significant here. Also 5th house placements. Spirit is saying you got to get out, go travel, expand, grow, explore new horizons, stop being indoors, allow yourself to learn something new, go get inspired. And allow yourself to just be free, because Sagittarius has to do with freedom. They like to be liberated. They don't want to be pinned down. Because by you traveling, by allowing yourself to see different scenery, it's really going to activate your heart chakra. Because you require that. You're someone that requires to be inspired. There needs to be a certain catalyst moment for you to activate you. And maybe right now you've just been dormant. I'm seeing this dormancy has a lot to do with you having to forgive. There is still things that are still in your heart chakra that they're still weighing you, holding you down, or weighing. I think I repeated myself way too many times. But it feels like your heart chakra is so closed up, and it's having a hard time connecting with others, being connected back again with the divine, with source, and with spirit, because you still have a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow, a lot of sadness, and maybe even resentment. And Spirit's saying you gotta learn how to forgive, so that way you can ease up your burdens, because even this stuff is not for you to carry. It was just meant to be an experience for you. We got the Chariot, and what's funny is I pulled the Chariot earlier, but I was you know what, I'm gonna hold off on that, and it popped up again. Spirit's saying move forward with purpose. Your will leads the way. So you have to have a will here. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. Right now, you might be feeling you're defeated, maybe low energy, uninspired, hermit kind of energy. Very sensitive to people. Spirit's saying you got to persevere. You got to keep it pushing. I'm seeing seven's being very significant here. Yes, because you're meant to shine. There is hope on the other side. We got the start. Let hope in. You are being guided. So even though you're feeling this kind of way, even though you're experiencing this stuff, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean that you lost or that you're on this impending doom. As much as your feelings and thoughts want to convince you otherwise, you are not. Or even the individuals around you. You are rising. You are a star. You're meant to shine. Again, Leo energy. Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is a star. So remind yourself. You're a star. You shine bright. There is light within you. You just got to remind yourself about your light. Don't let anybody or any circumstance dim your light. Ever. Spirit's saying there is protection here. What about this protection? You're being protected from a divine masculine. So this could be even physically, and even spiritually. Yeah, you've been protected. There is protection for you. Yes. And boundaries are really going to play such a big role here with this divine masculine. You're highly favored. I hope you know that. As much as the world wants to wreck your boat, You're highly protected. You're very lucky and abundant. Like, you've gone through a lot. And even when you're going through a lot, like, you still somehow have the strength to still, like, get back up and not give up. And I want to salute you for that, because it takes guts. Some people will just be like, collateral damage. And you, on the other hand, you're like, you know what? I've been through way too many collateral damages. I'm not going to give up. I know how to get out of this. I know I will persevere. I know right now it's just a small little season, but I'm going to get back up. Someone is approaching. Someone's approaching. And I'm also seeing you're being gifted with new gifts. So this could be psychic gifts. This could be physical gifts. Even an opportunity. Spirit's like saying divine timing. And right now they're wanting you to focus more on recovering. So recover back your energy, your power, your strength, your confidence, your sense of self, even your autonomy. Just allow yourself to heal. Again, you're protected. I got protection twice, and I'm just like, you're very, 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 very highly favored here. Very highly favored. Whoever this devil energy is, like, they're gonna receive karma. And even then, you will still persevere. I am seeing that you're going through a whole dark night of the soul. Like, you're going through a whole, like, rediscovery of yourself. Because I get the sense that you've lost yourself so many times in different timelines that it kind of left you astray, where it's like, well, who am I now? What do I like? What am I actually interested in? What direction should I take? And it's like, it's getting back to that root chakra. Like, you're going back to the why. It's like your foundation, your structure. 12, 12, 12. As I'm saying this, like, you're seriously going deeper within you. And I feel like there's been times where, like, you really have doubted or, like, dismissed a few things, or you really didn't pay much attention to, like, certain details, but now you're, like, recognizing, like, how much of that detail really matters in your day-to-day life, and how you should really answer those whys, because those whys will lead you to, like, straight directions and give you the clarity and the answers for you to move forward. Seeing green eyes. So it could be you or somebody else that has green eyes here. That could also possibly be going through a whole dark night of the soul. My eyes. I'm seeing like there's like an elder grandfather or grandmother on the other side that is guiding you and protecting you. Yeah. Especially when it came to like this ending. There was like an ending. We got the death card here. What ends makes room for what's meant. It's like saying, like, don't worry about it. There's a good coming your way. Like, seriously, don't sweat it. To remind you that you are highly favored. Even when you think you're not, you are. There's so many blessings coming your way. And there's even blessings right in front of your face. It's just you really got to get out of the rut. You really got to believe in yourself and liberate yourself. Because it's really a you versus you battle. It's no longer about you versus anybody anymore. It's you versus you. You versus your emotions. You versus like this old version of you, this old identity, this old ego of yours, and you versus like your mind. Because the mind can also be your worst enemy. If you let your mind rule over your life, you're screwed. You're screwed. And so that's what Spirit's like letting you know, like, hey, we gotta cut this shit. Because if we don't cut this shit, you're gonna end up in like this continuous cycle. And we want you to improve. We want you to evolve. We want you to grow. We want you to be healthy and happy. We want you in better waters. Pursuing the things that you want to be pursuing. And allowing yourself to shine. And other than that, let's see. Okay, Spirit guys from your guys' side. Is there anything else that they need to know before I end this reading? And excuse my shuffling. I kind of got in my head right there. Heavy on Sagittarius placements here. Sag energy is very big. Expansions, growth. You have to look at this transition, this time, while you're going through this whole dark night of the soul, even if it's you or somebody else, as something positive and something to explore within yourself, and see this as like a great thing for you, so that way you can self-develop, so that way you can build a different relationship within your own self and build bigger trust within you. I'm also seeing like arrows, so arrows can be very significant here. Having a straight direction, like having focus, so like maybe Spirit's asking you like be more focused, have a, you know, a firmer structure or a firmer like direction where you really want to head to, and be actually serious about it. You're like in a period of like releasing. You're releasing a lot. I'm getting the sensation like what you're releasing of is like security. Like old things that used to make you feel safe and secure. Because it's no longer serving you. It's actually keeping you clogged and stuck and stagnant. So this sense of security that you think or you're feeling that you're needing is keeping you stagnant, and Spirit's like asking you, it's time to release. And believe that the divine is like guiding you into like the best course of action here. Because there is a radical change. There is changes coming through. And I'm getting the sensation, because I think there's going to be a new moon. Don't quote me on it. Like there is like something having to do with Aquarius coming through. There is a transition like an astrology having to do with Aquarius. And it has a lot to do with the collective. So this is not just one person. Like this is like as a whole, as a collective that's changing. There's going to be a drastic change coming through. A lot in regards to like how you view yourself, how you present yourself, who you are as an individual. And how do you approach life? How do you move? I'm going to leave it at that at this point. I feel like I did enough. But other than that, if this reading resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it out the window. Do not force it. Please don't force it. And I really hope that you find your way, especially in these turbulent moments. And that you finally recognize how magnificent and powerful you really are as a person and how blessed you are. You have to look at things with gratitude. So there's that, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for tapping in.